When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Absolutely, unequivocally, yes is the answer. Now, here is the host of The Long Bearded Guy, the Chief Catalyst, Strategist Guide at Jewel International, Gordon D Melville.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Long Bearded Guy with Gordon D Melville on Inspired Choices Network. It is Red Fridays, which it always is on Friday. Red, R-E-D. Remember everyone deployed. We're going to talk today about giving ourselves grace, not excuses, is the title of the conversation for today. We're going to talk about that. If you need to and you don't have it, if you didn't show up with your journal, right, you got 30 seconds to get your journal because you're going to want to write some of the stuff down. We're going to talk about some amazing things today and you're going to want to make notes. So you want to be able to write this down. Welcome all over the place. We're live, which just is so exciting to me, on inspiredchoicesnetwork.tv. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're all over the place. And thank you so much. If you're in and you can find us, you can still find us the normal ways. You want to get into our chat room. And when you do that, I would encourage you to do that. They'll give you a link to get into my live studio audience. So I know you're here. If you're watching this live, let me know you're here. Say hi. Tell me where you're listening from. And if you're watching this on replay, still say hi and tell me where you're listening from, because I want to know. I know there's a lot of people watching and listening from work and from home, and that probably won't be able to get into the chat room, but I appreciate you all so very much. I appreciate that you're listening. Thank you for listening from your couch. I appreciate that. Whether it's your couch or your car or your bed or wherever you're listening, kitchen table or wherever it is you're listening to, I appreciate it. Find us on Apple TV, Google TV, Roku, iHeartRadio, wherever you, Spotify, wherever you listen to your stuff, you'll find us there. And so please like it, love it, share it, subscribe. That helps our algorithms and it helps pay for the show. So thank you so much. It's a free download. The app on your app store, Inspired Choices Network, is a free download. Find it, download it, share it with all your friends. We want engagement. I want reach. I need reach. We all need reach, but I also want engagement. I want to be able to touch people's lives, because my mission, if you haven't heard it before, is to positively change the lives of more than 10 million men by increasing their EQ, increasing their emotional quotient. Why? Because everything in our life will get better if our EQ is better. If we can have mastery control of our emotions and understand and have tools and strategies to deal with the regular stress and anxiety and depression, all the regular things that we feel every day, we'll get there. And so that I teach 7 levels of intelligence, emotional intelligence for men. And I do it a multitude of different ways. You can hire me as a coach. You can hire me to come speak to your people. I'm an author. There's a book on marriage coming out, launching on the 23rd of this month. Will be available, so I'll be looking for support for that. We're going to hit number 1 on Amazon again. But all these different things, ways to plug in. So if you're a man or you know a man, and I think pretty much all of us kind of understand what that's about. We all know men. Please share this with them. Share with your brothers and your uncles and your dads and your husbands and your sons and the people that need to hear this message, because that's the only way it's going to get out. Share it with them and then ask them to engage. If you're just listening and you know what, you might be in a place in your life today where you want to give up, or you're at your wit's end, or you don't know where you're going, or you're trying so hard. You're putting all this effort in, you're not getting where you want to go, or you're not getting the feedback that you need, or you're not getting the response from people around you the way you feel you need to or should or deserve to even. I want you to know, if you haven't heard it yet today, I love you. I want you to know, and that's not a, hey, I want you. It's not sexual. It's agape. It's human love for each other. So if you haven't heard that today, I'm giving you a hug in my heart, and I want you to know that you're loved and appreciated, and the world is a better place because you're here. I want this message to go out as far and wide as I can. And today we're going to talk about giving ourselves grace, but not excuses. And we're going to talk about that deep, because giving ourselves grace, sometimes when we do that, we give ourselves an out. But sometimes we talk to ourselves in a way. Thank you, Brian. Love you, brother. We talk to ourselves and we say things to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else, that we would never say to our worst enemy, we wouldn't say, but we say that to ourselves. And our mind doesn't know the difference between real and fabricated. It doesn't know the difference between joke and real, fiction and non-fiction. It doesn't understand the difference. It can't tell the difference. So when you say, oh, I'm so stupid, your brain is hearing that. Oh, I want to give up. Your brain is hearing that. And so we want to be able to not just have emotional mastery, mind mastery. And it's not perfect. It doesn't mean you're perfect all over the place. It just means, you know what? I can control what I can. And if you control is an illusion outside of what you think and what you do. If you have pets or children, you realize very quickly control is an illusion outside of yourself. We can influence people, but we can't control them. We want to, we try to. That's a fool's errand. We're never going to get there. And we don't want to. You shouldn't want to control these people. Have influence. That's leadership. Leadership is influence. But beyond that, it's not control. So I've said it before, and you've heard me say it a bunch. I am not here to polish your trophies. I'm here to rattle your cage. I'm here to shake your chain. I'm here to punch you in the throat and help you wake up. I want to empower you to understand. Yes, you can. I'm going to say it again. Yes, you can. You absolutely have the power to make your life what you want it to be. You have the power to talk to yourself in such a way that's empowering instead of not empowering or beating yourself down. We want to give grace to ourselves, but we don't want to let ourselves off the hook. We want to kill excuses. Kill them. Let's be real. I promised you when I started this a year ago, coming up on a year, next week we'll have some celebration around that. But I promised you originally to be real and raw and share what's going on and not to sugarcoat it. Will I lift you up and encourage you? For sure. That's the point of all of this. But am I going to give you a pass on your BS behavior or on your behavior, or on your choices? No. Why? Because I love you enough not to leave you where you are. Great friends, really good friends, will be with you right by your side through the thick and thin, through all the stuff. They'll accept you the way you are. And I accept you the way you are, but I love you enough not to leave you there. I love you enough to want more for you. I want you to be able to have your dreams and get to where you want to go. We have to stop making excuses. We let ourselves off the hook all the time. We listen to a voice in our head that says, you know what? It's okay. It's all right. You've worked hard enough. You can take a break, take your foot off the gas. It's okay. But I think, and it's okay, we need to do that. I'm not saying we don't need to have a vacation. We don't need to, I'm not saying we don't need to, watch Netflix and spend some time on the couch. I'm not saying we don't need to do that. What I'm saying is, by and large, we need to put our foot down and not give ourselves the excuse not to do what we know we need to do or what we know we want to do. We need to listen to the voice in our head that says, yes, you can. Hey, we have the power to make this happen. Hey, yes, we'll get there. Hey, this is good stuff. Yes, you can. Come on. We can do it. Stop listening to the other voices. They don't matter. The opinions of others don't matter. None of that matters. Listen to the voice that's encouraging you. Listen to that little voice and nurture it and shut the other one up. When the other one is going, oh, who the hell do you think you are? I've said to a couple of people this week, why do New Year's resolutions only last 5-6 weeks? Because something deep in our paradigm says, who the hell do you think you are? Why are you so special? Why should you be thinner? Why should you be healthier? Why should you? It's like, wait a second, stand up and go, shut up. Tell it to shut the hell up. That is not the voice you want to be listening to. And yes, I'm a little bit passionate about this week because I've heard it a couple times this week, and I want to encourage you. Yes, you can. Stop listening to the voice in your head that says, no, you can't. That's making excuses for why you can't do whatever. We need to be able to make the choice, whatever the choice is. We have unlimited choice. We can do however we want. We can make the choice however we want. Now, the consequences of those choices are 100% not negotiable, first of all. But secondly, then we have to live up to what we've committed to. We have to live up to those choices. We have to actually put boots on the ground and execute what we said we were going to do. So it's not a choice when you wake up in the morning and you go, oh, it's not a choice to get out of bed. Did you choose to work there? Yes. Did they choose to tell you, hey, you have to be here at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever time it is, 7 o'clock, right? Did they tell you? Yes. Did you choose to be in that relationship? Yes. Then get your freaking butt out of bed and go. It's not a choice. Live up to the commitment, but make a smart choice so that you can live up to that commitment. Make the right choice for you. And what's right for you may not be right for me. What's right for you may be different for me. Hey, Clifford, great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Love you, man. It's wanting to know. It's listening to the voice that says, what could I be? What could we be? What are the possibilities? What are the opportunities around me? What am I missing? Where am I not getting to? Part of the reason we're not getting there is because we didn't do anything. We didn't execute. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's not the good intentions that were the problem. It's not the good intention. Have good intentions. We need to have good intentions, but then we need to actually execute. Do something with those good intentions. Don't just think about reaching out to a friend. Do it. Don't just think about writing a book. Do it. Don't just think about making a call to somebody that you know is struggling. Do it. When that name comes into your mind, call out and reach out to them. I reached out to someone just this morning, and all I said to them, a buddy of mine, I said, I love you. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. I love you. And he came back and said, oh my God, you have no idea the timing. I'll call you later. We don't know where other people are. When those names come to us, reach out. Don't just go, oh, I need to reach out to them. Stop. Reach out. Do something with it. Do something with it. Don't just let it sit. You may not get the opportunity to reach out. We don't want to think about that, but that happens all the time. We're not promised later today. We're not promised tomorrow. Reach out in the moment. Be present in the moment. I get so wound up. I want to talk just real quick. I want to give you a couple other, I only have a few minutes here before I need to take a quick break, but other words for grace. And I'm going to read them fairly quickly, but I want you to listen to these other words for grace, because it's not just a, hey, I'm going to give myself a pass on doing what I need to do. Empowering is another word for grace. Uplifts, inspires, forgives, never quits, refreshes, ignites, heals, transforms, perseveres, endures, overcomes, triumphs, conquers, soothes, emboldens, comforts, embraces, welcomes, cherishes, supports, protects, guides, amazes, astounds, illuminates, captivates, nurtures, flourishes, blooms, sparkles, creates, adorns, invigorates, imparts, enlightens, fills, celebrates, fuels, resonates, rejuvenates, energizes, brightens, endows, radiates, exceeds, thrives, guides, boundless, abundant, sustains, enriches, anchors, unites, awakens, elevates, and loves. Anybody want any of those things? That's grace, but that's grace in action. That's grace doing. Do it. Don't just think about it. And yep, I am a little wound up this morning, or this afternoon. I guess it's afternoon now. I am a little wound up because I'm passionate about this. People, I want you to see my heart. I want you to feel my heart. I want to empower you to know, yes, you can. I want the rest of your day. I want you to be able to listen to my show and then get off the show and then hand it and spend the rest of your day making it what you want it to be. It doesn't matter what the rest of it's been. Make it what you want it to be. All right. I'm not angry. I'm just passionate about what I'm talking about. I need to take a quick break, but I need to make a quick shout out. Jose Escobar is the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf to learn more about the morning and evening mastery routine program that is changing people's lives. This program will help you install systems on the bookends of your day to maximize your morning and evening routine. Set up your free strategy session today with Jose Escobar, and you can reach him at theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. That's theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. And that's Jose Escobar. Thank you to all of my founding sponsor partners. I appreciate you. As we go to break, don't forget to pause and breathe. Why? It will help ground you. It will help you be present in the moment. It will help give you the gift of being present right here, right now. We're talking about giving ourselves grace, not excuses today. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. Stick with me. We're going to go some deeper into this in the next segment.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for being with me. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. And today we're talking about giving ourselves grace, not excuses. And I'm if you were here for the first set, I am a little bit fired up, and that's good. I'm passionate about what I'm talking about today. Not that I'm not every week. I am every week passionate, but I'm especially fired up today because I think, and I've heard it a bunch this week from friends and family and from some people around me that are struggling a little bit because they're not sure what to do. They're not sure, or they're giving themselves a pass. They're giving themselves an out. And sometimes when we do that, or a lot of times when we do that, we don't get where we want to go. And then we don't like the fact that we don't get where we want to go, right? We lament, oh, I'm not where I want to be. We want to actually do it. I am a champions mindset mentor, a champions mindset mentor. Champions don't care how they feel. They just do. It doesn't matter whether it's raining or not raining. It doesn't matter whether they're hurt or tired or exhausted or what. It doesn't matter. They get up and train anyway. Championships do stuff. They don't become champions on the court or on the ice or on the field or what. They don't, not when the game's happening, not when the actual event is happening. They become champions in the practice room, in the dark, at the 5 a.m., the 4 o'clock in the morning wake-ups. Their passion wakes them up. What wakes you up? Their passion wakes them up. And championship, I used to talk about being a high performance coach, a high performance mentor. High performance is great, but it's not championship level. It's not champion level. And I want to make the distinction. We used to go, and I spent a lot of time in the automotive retail environment, and we used to walk around and ask each other, "Are you at 212?" Anybody know what 212 is? I can't see your hands. 212 is the boiling point of water. But at 212, at 212 degrees, water boils. But at 190, it's really hot. 195, it's really hot. But is there enough steam coming off that water? Is it running at optimal level to be able to run a locomotive or to run a factory? They used to run those things back in the old times with boilers. The steam off those boilers is what powered the locomotive. What's powered the whole factory was powered with the steam. But that doesn't happen at 190 or 195. There's not enough steam. It has to be at 212. So are you running at 212? Are you operating at your highest peak? Champions do. High performers, everybody else, they could be hot. They're elite athletes. They've been drafted, right? They're on a team. They're on a pro team. They get paid to do that. They're high performers, but they're not champions. Why? Because they're not always running at 212. We need to run. And that doesn't mean we don't take breaks, and we build that in. Build it into your week. You hear me talk all the time about self-care. The people that I want to look up to, and initially when I was trying to get better and trying to feel it again and to be in the space, somebody said you need to pace. Well, I had to go to a dictionary to find out what pace meant because I had no concept of pacing. I just 300 miles an hour with my hair on fire, right? And it's okay to run 300 miles an hour. But I was looking around me going, all the people I want to emulate, all the people I look up to, they're not pacing. They're running 300 miles an hour with their hair on fire. They're pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. So what are they doing? They're putting self-care. They're building their self-care into their repertoire, into their routine. They're building that self-care to look after themselves so that they can show up the way they need to for anybody else. So that they can. The self-care allows them to run 300 miles an hour with their hair on fire. It fuels that. It makes sure that they're running at optimal levels so that they can. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do beast things, and then they don't. Champions don't care how they feel, they just do. And I'm not discounting feelings. We have to have feelings, and they're there for a reason. So I'm not discounting them. I'm saying feel them and do it anyway. Courage is not the lack of fear. It's feeling fear and doing it anyway. Stepping out and doing it anyway. Doing it, that number one, it builds character. But when we step out and do it anyway, when we step out and just do it, and we've all had experiences where we do that, right? I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to cook a meal. But when we do it, especially when we don't feel like we want to, and we do it anyway, how do you feel after that? When you come back from the gym, when you didn't want to go, how do you feel? When you come back from a walk that you didn't want to do, how do you feel? When you cooked dinner or made something for yourself and you went to the trouble of doing it, how do you feel after? Most of the time we're jacked up. We feel good about ourselves. Why? Because we did what we said we wanted to do, even though we didn't feel like it. And guess what? The more we do that, we build up that muscle and we build up that muscle and we build up that muscle. And the weirdest thing happens. Eventually, we just keep doing it. We're comfortable being uncomfortable. We're comfortable in a space where we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. It doesn't mean we don't stop. I want to go back to it. That's why I put it in. We need to give ourselves grace. We have to do that. But it's not grace to let ourselves off the hook. It's grace to encourage ourselves that yes, we can, and to keep pushing forward. Take the time you need to do the self-care. For the love of God, I'm a walking, talking billboard for what happens when you don't do self-care for 3 decades. I'm not saying don't do self-care. Just don't kill the excuses why you can't. Yes, you can. You can. Don't listen to the naysayers that go, no, what are you doing? You can't start a business. What are you doing? You can't be an entrepreneur. What do you mean? You can't write a book. Who are you? Who would buy that book? Why would you even write a book? You can't do that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Everybody can. Anybody can. We can do way more than we think. With my clients, a lot of times I would get them one of the exercises we did at the beginning was to get them to account for every second of every day for 2 weeks. I wanted to know send it to me. I want to know. I want to see what you're doing every day for 2 weeks. Account for everything. I was in the bathroom. I don't want to know what you were doing in the bathroom, but if you're in the bathroom for 2 minutes, I want to know you're in the bathroom for 2 minutes. You had a shower that took 10 minutes. Whatever it is, I want to see it for 2 weeks. Write it down. Account for every second of your life for 2 weeks. I challenge you. Try. It's the weirdest thing. We realize very quickly we waste a lot of time. We could do way more than we do. Way more than we do. We waste so much time. And then putting in processes, right? It's about the processes. Do we want to get to the destination? Yes. People say, oh, the destination doesn't matter. It's about the process. Well, no, the destination matters. If I get on an airplane to go to Cancun for a week on vacation, the destination is absolutely important. But does it mean I'm not going to enjoy the plane ride? I'm going to enjoy the trip. I'm going to enjoy the process. A lot of times in life, and when we're talking about personal development, it's the process that helps us become. Because we're not going to reach the destination, not until we get to heaven. So this is an adventure we're not going to get out alive. That's just the long and short of it. That's just the reality. So it's not, and I'm not saying that to be fatalist. I'm saying that to say, hey, squeeze all the juice out of the orange. Squeeze all the juice out of life. Suck all the marrow out of the bone. Get everything you can. And that doesn't happen unless we can execute. That will not happen if we keep listening to and making the excuses for ourselves and letting ourselves off the hook. Give ourselves grace for sure. Absolutely. Be careful how you talk to yourself. But please kill the excuses around why we can't. Because it's not true. We can. We have way more power than we think we do. Way more power than we think we do. You have way more power than you think you do. Trying to ground myself. There's so many excuses are lies. They really are. Excuses are lies. I want to do another quick shout out to Jose Escobar, is the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Connected Leaders Academy membership to take your business to the next level. This is the perfect tribe to learn, grow, and connect like never before. The CLA tribe brings together some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. Set up a virtual coffee with Jose Escobar today, and you can reach him at theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. That's theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. And I apologize for my voice. It sounds like I'm cracking. I'm going through puberty again, apparently at 55 years old. I do get asked about my beard on a regular basis. And do I use product? Is there other things that I can? And I just want to do a quick shout out to the Beard Struggle. I'm using one of their flagship products is something called Voxter, and it's a beard growth accelerator. If you're trying you've got patchy, or you're trying to grow a beard, you're trying to get right. Again, my avatar is entrepreneurial men and pro athletes. So if you're trying to grow your beard, the Beard Struggle is the name of the product. It's really good. I've been using it for about 2 months. Way thicker, marked thicker. Shocking, actually. I was a little bit skeptical at the beginning. I'm not skeptical anymore. I also use a microneedle derma roller is one of the other pieces. So I put the Voxter on first, the growth serum, and then I roll the derma roller over the places I put the serum, and it to get it to go in. They have some amazing products, incredible smells. If you want to smell like a man, they've got some really, really, really good smells. So reach out to them. The Beard Struggle is the name of the company. And I just wanted to reach out to say a quick shout out to them. We're going to take another quick break. Don't forget to pause and breathe. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk some more about this, giving ourselves grace, not excuses, when we come back. You're with the long-bearded guy. Nice long beard. Gordon D Melville with Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
The Connected Leaders Academy is the #1 fastest growing networking community for entrepreneurs. CLA assembles high-level leaders, titans of industry, and business owners under one roof. If you're an entrepreneur looking to grow personally, professionally, scale your influence, develop skills, and expand your network exponentially, the CLA is where you need to be. Want on to more podcasts and shows, speak on more stages, sell more books, products, and services, get more leads, referrals, acquire new clients, develop lifelong friendships, and more. Join the Connected Leaders Academy today. Contact Jose Escobar on Facebook or check out www.claglobalsummit.com for more information.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. We're talking about giving ourselves grace, not excuses. We want to be able to do that. We want to be able to give ourselves grace. We need to be able to talk to ourselves in a better way, not to give ourselves a pass, not to let ourselves off the hook, but give ourselves grace. Stop beating up on ourselves. Let's encourage ourselves, pump ourselves up, empower ourselves, tell ourselves, hey, we can do this. Yes, we can. We need to let go of our stories, the things we tell ourselves. Oh, I can't do that. If you talk to the producers, in this environment, one of the owners, she had said to me, I tell her all the time, I'm not the technical person. And that frustrates her. I know it does, because she's like, Gord, you're way smarter than you think you can. And if you spend a little time trying to figure it out, you will be as techie as you want to be. And I say to her, I appreciate that. I really do. I want to stick in my lane most of the time. Now, have I learned a ton? Yes, absolutely. They've all taught me so much. The people at Inspired Choices Network, the owner, Christine McIver, and her team, including my producer, Sarah, today, my other producers, Kim and the other Sarah, all the whole group, Melitza, all the people, all the other hosts. I've learned a ton in a year doing this show. And doing live radio, doing podcasts, doing TV shows, going live. I've learned a ton. Could I go out and do it on my own? No, I couldn't. And that's okay. That's all right. But we have to let go of the stories around what we hold on to. We hold on to so strong. We hold on to what's happened in the past, or the things we tell ourselves, or things we've been told before. Things that someone has poured into us, paradigms that we've been holding since we were children. Somebody said to me when I received that, Sarah, thank you so much, and right back at you. Somebody said to me when I was probably 15, 16 years old, Gord, you're never going to amount to anything. I'm now 55. That still sticks with me. I think part of the reason I pushed so hard for 30 years was not just that. And I'm not, I've forgiven the person. It's gone. I'm just saying, I think it was a paradigm deep inside me. You're not going to. So I kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Why? Fiercely pushing. I'm like, no, I'm going to make something of my, that is not going to be true. But I had to get to a place where I go, you know what? I'm going to let go of the story. Does it matter? No. Is it going to have an impact? No. Am I going to be? Yes, absolutely. And you know what? It's not even a will I be. I am. And you are. And when we do, I heard this just recently, and I was like, that resonates with me. And you know what? Keeping an open mind on knowing and growing, intentionally growing, means I may need to shift and change some of the things I think. When we do affirmations, I've always gone, I am. So in present tense, not in I will be, in present tense, I am. And something someone taught me just recently was I choose to be. Ooh, that's powerful. That's empowering. That's empowering. And it gives me the latitude and the space to go, am I right now? No, maybe not, depending on what I've just said. But if I'm choosing to be that, then I'm in process, in which case I am. I'm choosing to be whatever that is. I'm stepping into my empowerment. And I hope you're writing this stuff down, because this is stuff that will move you forward. It's not just incrementally, although incremental movement forward is still movement forward. We go, oh, it's nothing, it's just a little. No, give yourself the credit. Did you take the action? Yes. Congratulations. You don't throw your shoulder out, patting yourself in the back, but acknowledge the fact that, yes, I did. I made forward movement today. Am I farther forward today than I was yesterday? Am I in a better place? I'm not competing against anybody else. I heard The Rock say that recently. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. Gains in the gym, career, life. I'm not comparing myself in any way, shape, or form to anybody else. I'm looking at it and going, am I better as a human being and closer to my definite major purpose today than I was yesterday because of what I've done and the things I'm thinking about and the people I'm talking to and connecting to? If you are, great. It doesn't matter how small it could be, tiny, tiny, tiny. But forward movement is forward movement. Acknowledge that you have. You want to change your family's destiny? Really? You can. Yes, you can. How? Massive amount of hard work, smart, intentional growth, and then executing, actually doing it. You know what to do. Lots of times we know what to do. We just don't do it. Stop playing. This isn't a game. We don't have the time to waste. I'm just killing time. You have a limited resource, we all do, called time. Are we maximizing our time? And again, it doesn't mean we're doing something monumental, life-changing with every second of our day. But it does mean we're conscious and aware of the fact that I am dropping and leaving my legacy in everybody I meet, every interaction I have in a day. I'm leaving legacy. I'm pouring into them. Somebody cuts you off, or you think they do, and you give them the bird, or you yell and scream, and you're angry at. You're leaving legacy in that person. And it takes that long, a blink of an eye, to massively, radically shift somebody's life. A smile. I can tell you the story again about saving somebody's life with a smile. And it wasn't me. It was in Reader's Digest, condensed version, Reader's Digest. But the story was real. It was a real story. They smiled at him. That's not a ripple into a pond. That's a tsunami. It flipped his life over, and it cost nothing. No cost, no time, no relationship. There was nothing around it except the smile. We can have monumental impact on the lives of the people around us by being conscious and aware of the fact we're pouring into them. What are you pouring into people today? The only person stopping me from being what I want is me. Because if I have a plan to achieve it, nobody has a plan to stop me. I'm the only person that can stop me. You're the only person that can stop you. Stop taking the easy road. When we take the easy things and go the easy way, our life is hard. If we take the harder road, our life becomes easy. And it's not without challenges and stuff. Yeah, that's going to happen. But I make it way easier. When they ask Michael Jordan, you're so amazing, and do you think any of it's luck? And he goes, no, I manufacture my own luck. The preparation that he does, huge amounts of preparation, met the opportunity, and luck gets created. You can create your own luck. Do the preparation. The champion's mind is created in the dark when no one's paying attention and no one's watching and no one's looking and no one's seeing. It's all that grunt work and the grind, the getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym, or putting the time into yourself. You want to move forward and you want to have a champion mind, you need to be able to step up and do it no matter how you feel. Stop taking the easy road. Most people give up on the 1 yard line. Most people stop trying. And there's a saying in AA that says most people stop trying just before the miracle happens. You're putting in all that gut, sweat, and tears anyway. Get a reward for it. Get something for it. You're going to go through the challenge anyway. Get something for it. Stop making an excuse and going, hey, you know what? Well, it is what it is. I can't do anything. But no, that's BS. Move. Grab it by its horns. Grab life and move with it. I'm here to tell you, and if you listen to anybody, lots of people will tell you, yes, you can. And there's a bunch of people that we love and respect and know, and we really like having them in our life that may be dissenters, that may go, no, you can't do that. Oh, who do you think you are? You can't do that. You need to get them out of your life. Reduce the amount of time you spend with them. And I'm not trying to be harsh and I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm trying to say, you know what? It's hurting your forward progress by having people tell you you can't. Because if you hear that often enough, you're going to believe that. And then you're not going to get where you want to go. Figure out who in your life are your cheerleaders and hang out with those people. Spend time with people that are going to celebrate your wins and your successes, no matter how big or small. That's your tribe. Hold on to those people where there's no agenda underneath. They're not trying to get anything from you. They're just happy that you're succeeding, that you're moving forward, and that you're getting ahead. We need to stop taking the easy road. We really do. We don't have time to waste. What's pumping you up? Push for legend. Not just, you know what, I'm going to be high performance. No, I want to be a legend. And I don't say that from an ego point of view. My mission is to have to improve the lives of 10 million men. And I hear a lot of people that go, Gord, 10 million men is a lot of men. And I hear Papa in the back of my brain, and I call God Papa because of my relationship with him, just so we're clear. But I hear Papa in the back of my brain going, Gord, there's 8 billion people on the planet. Conceivably, half of them are men. That's 4 billion men. 10 million is not the target. 10 million is the jump point. We'll start to count at 10 million. And I look at myself and go, who am I to have that kind of an impact? And that's the excuse side. I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to do the things I need to. No. Wait. I am going to show up. I tell that side of me to shut up. That's not true. Why can't I have? Especially if Papa wants it done, he'll give me the tools and strategies and the way to make that happen. He'll provide that. I just have to be open to be the conduit to get there. I am a champion mindset mentor. I want you to be able, if this resonates with you and you're hearing messages and you're hearing stuff that you go, I need more of this. I need to know what those steps are. What are the 7 levels of emotional intelligence for men? I need more tools and strategies. And you can say to me, oh, I'm good. Bullshit. No, you're not. And you know what? Even if you are, or you believe you are, nobody has all the tools, every possible tool there is, every strategy there is. Nobody does. I don't. That's why I have coaches, right? That's why I have mentors, because I have blind spots. I don't know everything about everything. I do one-on-one. I'm the third week of July. I'm going to start a Box Inside Out as a cohort that's only going to have 12 guys in it. If you know guys that need to hear this kind of thing, that need to be equipped with tools and strategies or more tools and strategies, reach out to me. You can reach me at thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com is the easiest way. Thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com is the easiest way. I've got mentorship programs. I do one-on-one. I write. You want me to come and talk to your group? You can hire me to do that. You can bring me in to do that. There's so many ways. Engage. Reach out to me. Gord, can we have a conversation about, I have had oodles and oodles, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of virtual coffees with people from literally all over the world. I want to be able to have that engagement. Reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I also have sponsorship opportunities. So if you want to help me move this message forward, there's sponsorship opportunities available as well that I've got. I think it's 4 spots open at the moment to put people in for that. If you want to help me get this message continued, please reach out to me and let me know. Again, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I need to take a quick break. The time goes so fast, but don't go anywhere. We're gonna review and wrap when we come back, and then I've got an amazing call to action for you this week. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's you're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. See you in a minute.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Long-Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network, and we're talking about giving ourselves grace, not excuses. We're going to kill the excuses. We don't want excuses. No more excuses. We have talked about rattling your cage, intentionally moving forward, intentionally making things a great day, stepping in and doing things on purpose, not waiting for stuff to happen. Not give ourselves grace. Give ourselves grace, but change the way we talk to ourselves. So we're giving ourselves grace in a way that's not letting ourselves off the hook, right? It's not giving ourselves a pass on not doing, or I didn't need to do that, but we're not giving that. We're not doing that. What we are doing is changing and listening to a different voice in our head that's encouraging us and helping us step into our empowerment. Having a champion's mindset. That's not just high performance, it's champion level. It's that extra step. Are you running at 212 degrees? Because if you're not, you want to be. If you're okay being where you are, then no big deal. But if you are happy being where you are, I suspect you wouldn't be still listening to me. If you're still listening to me, then you want more. If you're listening to me, then I know you're pushing to grow intentionally, and props for that. Thank you for being in that space. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. humbled and honored that you're using me or having me be part of your intentional growth. I love that. We talked about letting go of our stories, letting go of the BS stuff we tell ourselves about why we can't, letting that stuff go. We want to change our family's destinies. No more taking the easy road. Understanding I'm the only one that's stopping me. I'm the only one. No more playing. Don't waste the time. The call to action for this week, what I want you to do is write down 2 things that you're going to commit to every damn day in the summertime. For the rest of July and all of August, write down, put in your journal 2 things you're going to do every day. You're going to commit, you're going to be under covenant with yourself. What are 2 things that will help move you forward every day that you're going to commit to? And it doesn't matter whether it's rain, shine, you feel like it, don't feel like it, you're tired, you're exhausted. I don't care. What are 2 things you are going to commit to? It's a must. I'm going to do this. It is absolutely going to happen every day. Write it down in your journal. Write it down somewhere. Send it to me to help hold yourself accountable. Send it to me. Hey, Gord, these are the 2 things I'm going to commit to do every day. That's going to help move me forward. Not just 2 things that are going to happen. Oh, you're going to eat. You may shower. You may have, those things are going to happen anyway. I'm talking about personal development stuff that are activities and ideas and concepts and strategies and things that are going to move you forward. 2 of them. What are they? And then send them to me. Well, you have greatness inside of you. You do. You may not see it. You may not. I believe in you. You have greatness inside of you. I'm not going to stop ever. You shouldn't stop ever. And if you think about stopping, you call me. You reach out to me and I will help you walk through that. I will help get you through it. I'll hold your hand and make sure that you get through it. And speaking about holding your hand and getting through it, next week is July 14th, our show, my show next week. I'm going to talk about, because it's a year. It's been a year I've been doing this show weekly. So I'm going to talk about a 2x4 Rhinos and My Mission, which was the name of my very, very first episode, remastered. A 2x4 Rhinos and My Mission remastered, because it's shifted. My definite major purpose has shifted. It's expanded tremendously in the last year. So it's remastered, it's re-understood, it's expanded, and it's different, and it's bigger. It's so exciting. So I'm going to talk, we're going to review it real quick. We're going to celebrate, hey, there's a year. And it goes by in the blink of an eye. We all talk about, I've talked about earlier in the show, talking about, hey, we don't have time to waste. It goes by so fast. And the older you get, my parents used to tell me that, Gord, the older you get, the faster life goes. And I was like, I don't know. I can tell you at 55, life is way faster than it was at 25. Way faster. Way faster. And in the moment, sometimes we were trying to be present in the moment. Sometimes you go, oh, and for students, I remember being in class and you look at the clock, go, crap, it's only whatever time. And then you wait and wait. It seems like an eternity. And you look up at the clock and it's only been 5 minutes. And you're like, what? Who shut off the clock? It's just so long. It's taking so long. But I'm here to tell you, you know what? Life will continue. The time's going to go anyway. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all have the same 86,400 seconds in a day. What are you doing with yours today? Are you making it another great day? Because you have the power to do that. And if you don't believe that, I'll believe that for you. You can use my belief in you to move that forward. Yes, you can. Don't forget to do the call to action. Write down the 2 things. Commit to yourself. Do yourself a favor. It's the summertime. Commit to do those things for yourself so that in September you can hit the ground running. Make it another great week. I'll see you back here next week at the same time, same happy place. Know that I love you. Massive, massive big hugs. Live abundantly and with intention. Do, execute. I'll see you next week. Yes, you can. Go do. Go do. I love you.
Thank you for tuning into the Long Bearded Guy Show. You are appreciated and loved. Gordon D. Melville returns Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on the InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, make it another great week, leading with love, powerfully designing, crafting, and living out your positively impactful legacy life you were created for. Big hugs!